Yeah, tough day. I think one that we got to take on the chin, except that we were second best on the day. But yeah, look, we've had tough days before and come through it and taken the learnings, which is what we need to do again. But we're not naive to think that we're going to have a season in the Premier League and not have tough days. As a newly promoted team, we know that that's going to be something that was going to come up in the season. I don't think we've had many. That's probably the hardest it's been so far in terms of games and matches. But yeah, look, that's something that we need to rectify and look to improve going into the next one.
What do you think it was down to? Was it them being particularly good, you having a bad day, a bit of both?
I think, yeah, potentially a little bit of both. I think decision making at times. I think our game management wasn't good enough for probably maybe a 15-20 minute spell when it felt like the game was getting away from us. I don't think 2-0 at half time would have been a bad scoreline for us going in, because I felt like we were actually a threat going forward. I feel like we had a few chances and moments where we felt like we could hurt them. So 2-0 at half time is not a disaster in terms of getting back into the game. The third goal was obviously a very poor goal to concede. We need to do better in moments, but yeah, I think even the second goal we can look at as well, when there's individual moments and actions that we need to own as individuals and own as a team. And do better. But I don't feel like we weren't a threat. I think they played through us, probably played through us maybe similar amount of times we played through them, but decision makings at certain times wasn't where it needed to be.
Did you miss Liam up top? Just that belief as a team that he'll hold on to it, he'll create something up top?
Yeah, I think of course. I think the way he's been playing and the physicality and the attributes that he has in a game like that, where especially where their press is so strong, it's probably a full court press and one of the most aggressive presses we've played against. Obviously you can look at that and it's an area where it probably would have helped, but we didn't have him today, so it was something that we needed to deal with on the pitch and in the prep, and felt like we were prepped to do so. But on the pitch we didn't do our part, and we've got to own that.
What's the manager been like? What was he like at half time? What's he been like in the aftermath of that one?
Same as all. Yeah, disappointed. I think we disappointed, angry as well. I think it's one that we know if we are ever at 95% of our capacity, it's never going to be enough in this league. We need to be 100% capacity every single day, especially on game day. And I think if we come off 1, 2, 3, 4%, it's not going to be enough. So it's a good reality check in that. And maybe it's needed. Maybe this game will help us longer down the road. Maybe this game will help us for the next tough away game. You need to take the learnings from it, definitely. But yeah, it's one where quite clearly we're disappointed and angry about. But we also know we're going to have tough days at times this season. Like I said before, we know we're going to have tough days at times, and we've just got to take the learning and take it on the chin and accept that today we were second best.
And in general, to get to Christmas without a home win, how big a worry is that? How big a concern?
Yeah, we obviously feel like we've been good at home. We feel like we have been. Like we said, we've touched on it before, and today wasn't one of them, but we've been competitive in every single game, and today wasn't that. I think that's clear for everyone. But look, we need to. Our form at home is going to be important, and we need to start picking up more points there, definitely.
Ali was a bright spark in the second half.
Yeah, I was really happy for him. Thought he'd done really well. Done what he's good at. He hustled and bustled. I thought he took good responsibility at times as well. For such a young lad, and someone that's obviously new to the level like all of us, but new to the level in terms of being League Two not so long ago as well. So it's I thought he'd done himself proud today, and I was happy for him.
And just finally, you've got to dust yourselves down, haven't you? 2 massive games on the horizon, Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah, of course. I think we need to take the learnings from this one. We need to recover quick, and I think the learnings from this one is probably going to be one that's going to be needed for the next game as well. 2 top teams coming up in the next 2, so yeah, we need to, like I say, learn fast.
Thanks a lot, Conor.
Conor, for a few more. Yeah, Conor, does the last kind of week show exactly what the Premier League is like? Because you had elation last week getting that away win. The manager said in the Premier League you need to have everything going right to stand even a chance of being competitive, and then you've got today. Yeah,
Premier League, football, sport in general. I don't want to repeat myself. We knew there was going to be good days and bad days, and we had a good day last week. It's a very bad day today, so it's not about getting too low on these days. It's about taking the learning, sticking together as a group, and also believing in what we can do next as well.
Do you feel like there's a bit of a difference in terms of home and away, where at home you always want to stand toe-to-toe, you want to impose yourself? Away from home in the Premier League is a bit of kind of grinding things out, a bit more defensive work sometimes that goes into these things. Do you see that as a bit of a difference that might kind of play into performances sometimes?
No, I think we know we're going to have to show those qualities at home as well, so that's not something that I think we're a humble enough group to know and understand that at times, regardless of whether we're home or away, we're going to have to grind through games or grind through moments in certain points of the game. I think that's normal. I think it's expected. So we need to do better at game management. We're a very, very humble group, and I feel like at times today we weren't at the levels where we should have been. But the running back, the commitment to stay connected to each other, I didn't feel like that was at the level at certain instances, that needs to be fixed.
Last one from me. With these 2 games coming up, you've thrived so much in terms of being the underdogs, and these next 2 games you are going to be probably the biggest underdogs you've been in a while. Does that suit you, do you think?
We'll see. I think we have been probably every game this season, so and rightly so as well. So it's one that it's not new territory to us. So we know exactly what that entails.